Hello and welcome back to Goldener Woodland Farm. I'm Keith. We are going to get started on the weekend project. Today is Friday, June 3rd, and the project for this weekend, I have both my sons, Jake and Nathan, here to help, is to do some work on the orchard area. Before we start clearing this out, this was all grown up, I don't know, 15-20 feet high with just a whole bunch of stuff, and we cleared a lot of this out by hand. Mostly I think they were, like witch hazel and maybe some bush honeysuckle, those kinds of tall woody bushes, not necessarily trees. There were some other kinds of trees in here. There were some cherry trees. I have been able to pull some of the stumps out now that I have the Kubota SVL75. So we're going to utilize that this weekend with the grapple. When we did this work a year or so ago, what we did was we just cut everything and then we dragged it down, and we had this huge pile of brush and trees and stumps and logs and all that stuff. We just piled it up kind of in a row across here. And one of the things we're going to do this weekend is try to take that. Now that's compacted way down from where it was even last year. We're going to take this row, kind of this big long row of sticks and stumps and brush and junk, and we're going to push it down. We're going to push it down here over the hill. The other big holdup that we had is these taller trees that I left. These are an invasive tree that's actually very problematic here in Pennsylvania. So these are tree of heaven. They are, they were brought into the country on purpose as an ornamental tree, but they become a real problem, an invasive problem. They are also a host for the spotted lanternfly because they're native to the same area in Asia. So I've been working to really eradicate these. This is just one grove of them that I have at the property. They're sort of mixed all through the property, and they're colony plants. So like these trees are probably all attached as one large organism. But what I've done is I've introduced a wilt fungus into them, and that's why they kind of look sick. They have leafed out. I was hoping they wouldn't leaf out, but they did. But they're essentially on their way to dying from this wilt fungus. But what I'm going to do now is we're going to cut these things off, and then try to pull the stumps out and get this kind of cleared out, and then work on this, kind of this row of stumps and brush and stuff that we put in here. But the plan is to turn this this whole area into a small orchard longer term. So kind of once I get those things cleared out, these taller trees over here are black walnuts. I'm going to keep them. Black walnuts have a type of a poison that they introduce into the soil that is not helpful for a lot of plants, but some plants can live with it. It's called juggaloon. And so what I'll have to do is make sure that if I put apple trees or pear trees or something over there, that it's not a problem for them. But once I clear this out, there's still plenty of room to put 3 or 4 apple trees, a few pear trees, and I'm not sure what all, but in this area, I do have, this is where I planted the persimmons. So this is one of the persimmons that I planted last year, and there's a couple others here that are doing just fine. So that was really the beginning of the orchard area. But again, just trying to clear the rest of this out. So that's our project for the weekend, and I've been waiting for this for, like I said, for probably a couple years. We've been started on this process, and I don't know that I don't think I'll be planting trees, in the next month or so, but really trying to get it ready so that when the time's right, either this fall coming up or next spring, that I can get you know, some other fruit trees in here and get this orchard area and onto its next phase. So that's the project that we got this weekend. is Saturday morning, the 4th. We made good progress last night. Worked for about an hour and a half in the orchard. So this is stuff we got done last night. Jake did a great job. Really first time using the grapple, but got most of this pile of sticks kind of picked up and moved down into that big pile down there. So we're gonna keep working on that. The rest of this down, and then we started cutting down the tree of heaven. We got a few of those down. We're going to break them down and then push that stuff over the hill, and then take down the rest of these tree of heaven here. See if we can get this cleaned up this morning. So that's where we are. So this this needs kind of straightened up a little bit, but here's that pile, and worked out great. So about ready to get started again. This is a nice black walnut. We're going to keep that. But yeah, good progress, and keep working on it. Hey, look out!
Because he's not cutting a wedge. Good thing we moved the gator. We planned for that.
Well, here's where we are. It's a little after 4 o'clock on Saturday. So we worked maybe an hour and a half last night, and then I guess maybe 5 or 6 hours today. But made good progress. Got a couple of nice big stump pulled out up here. It's gonna take some more work on that big one. Got this pretty much this whole pile of sticks moved out. All those trees have been cut down. Some of the stumps pulled. But really good progress. And we're gonna call it for the day. And I don't know if we're getting more done this weekend or we'll just come back some other time, but good progress for the day.